During the 1980s, the United States Navy's submarine fleet represented the absolute highest peak of mechanical stealth. These vessels were engineered to be the quietest machines on Earth, disappearing entirely into the high-pressure environment of the deep ocean. But inside the hull, the computing environment was fragmented. Despite their advanced physical stealth, these vessels relied on a disjointed patchwork of standalone computers and analog displays. The internal architecture consisted of isolated silos. A crew operated one independent computer for sonar, another for fire control, a third for navigation, and a separate system for weapons. These systems could not share data. If sonar detected a contact, an operator had to read an analog dial and vocally relay those coordinates to the fire control station. The operational bottleneck was manual, human data routing between stations. To solve this fragmentation, the Navy partnered with IBM to engineer the Submarine Advanced Combat System, designated BSY-1. BSY-1 functioned as a distributed, real-time processing network, using fiber optics to link every computational node across the vessel. This architecture transformed the submarine from a collection of isolated analog stations into a unified, software-defined combat platform. The hardware foundation of this system relied on IBM AN UYK43 multiprocessor nodes. These machines featured a 32-bit architecture and 256 megabytes of memory. IBM engineers had to shrink this mainframe-scale hardware and ruggedize it to survive extreme depth pressure and shock within the submarine chassis. Because these nodes managed mission-critical combat data, they utilized deterministic schedulers. This guaranteed that every computational task executed within a precise, unvarying timeframe. These nodes were connected by the first fiber optic local area network ever deployed on a submarine. This network used a token-passing architecture. By strictly controlling when each node was permitted to transmit, the system enforced deterministic timing across the entire hull. The redundant ring topology provided immediate fault tolerance. If a processing node was destroyed, the network instantly rerouted data through a secondary path to ensure message delivery. Every node on the ring could publish its own data or subscribe to information from other systems, deploying a publish-subscribe architecture decades before it became a software industry standard. This combination of ruggedized processing and deterministic fiber optics allowed the system to analyze raw acoustic data with zero operational latency. That data flow began at the exterior hydrophone arrays, where raw acoustic energy violently struck the submarine's outer hull. These signals entered the digital signal processing, or DSP, pipeline. The first stage was the analog-to-digital converter, which translated the continuous sound waves into discrete digital samples. Beamforming processors then analyzed the microsecond delays across the array to calculate the exact bearing of the incoming sound. The signal then reached parallel fast Fourier transform engines, which executed spectral decomposition to break the noise into distinct frequency bands. At the classification layer, tonal extractors scan these frequencies for harmonic stacks, identifying the mechanical signature of specific vessels. Finally, the system used matched filter correlation to establish a high-confidence target track. This automated pipeline replaced manual acoustic listening with a deterministic mathematical process, converting chaotic noise into actionable data. All processed acoustic data terminated at a central software repository, the Target Motion Analysis, or TMA, database. The TMA was a distributed, multi-writer shared memory database designed to run while submerged. It stored contact bearings, range estimates, classification confidence, and weapon envelopes in a single, synchronized location. Every processing node on the fiber optic network could read and write to this database simultaneously. This architecture functioned as the submerged equivalent of the SAGE defense network, enabling mission-critical multi-node tracking in real time. The TMA database synchronized the battlespace, effectively turning the analog ocean into a queryable dataset. The centralized database provided the live telemetry required to feed the fire control computation engine. Inside the fire control loop, the system ran Kalman filters and nonlinear least square solvers to model target trajectories. Multiple times per second, the computation engine pulled fresh data from the TMA database to update these weapon models. This high-frequency loop enabled real-time mid-course torpedo updates and dynamic wire guidance retargeting. The system presented this fusion to the crew via a single, unified multifunction interface. For the first time, operators saw a single tactical picture, with weapon tracks overlaid directly onto sonar hits, replacing dozens of disconnected dials. Because of this integration, firing a weapon evolved from a launch and leave event into active mid-course telemetry management. Moving to a unified architecture introduced a critical operational risk, the absolute requirement for total system uptime. If the unified system crashes, the submarine instantly loses its external sensory awareness, leaving the vessel blind in a high-threat environment. Because failure meant the immediate loss of situational awareness, the ruggedized hardware and deterministic code were existential requirements, not just features. The lineage of BSY-1 continues today, serving as the architectural ancestor for the AN BYG-1 and modern Virginia-class systems. BSY-1 was the historical point where the Navy eradicated analog isolation and transitioned the submarine to a software-defined combat system.